It's like
Andrew Robl, the Jeffrey Epstein of poker.
Oh, Jesus, let's not do that.
He gets in every game somehow.
God.
How is he everywhere?
How is he every game? Yeah, no, Robl, we love you. You're not Jeffrey Epstein, please.
It's the Poker News Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 937 of the Poker News Podcast. I'm Chad Holloway, joined by Mike Holtz and Ben Ludlow here at Level 9 Studio in Las Vegas. There's something going on outside, and they're shooting a movie, literally, like a big Hollywood production, it seems, because there's 100 people, security, cop cars. I don't know what's going on.
Very European-looking director. You know, he was like lots of arm movements. He's got like a nice blonde lady holding an umbrella over him. It's not very sunny out. So yeah, legit. Hopefully it's about us. I don't know. I
mean, it's in where the sewer people go, or what are they called down there?
They're called people, just regular. Everyone, they're just people.
Mole people? I don't know.
No, yeah, the mole people. Yeah. That is what they're called. Yeah. In all seriousness, there's a group of mole people underneath Vegas. YouTube it, look it up. It's crazy. There's like hundreds of thousands of people down there or something like that.
No, not hundreds.
Millions of people?
I
think it's probably billions of people down there.
There are millions of people under Vegas.
We're going to talk about millions of dollars in this episode because we got two big hands from that super high roller cash game. We talked about the Antonio Esfandiari huge hand last week with Alan Keating. We got two more coming up. We're going to show you our adventure in the desert, the ATV tour that we finally made happen. We're going to show highlights from that. And then we'll talk about some other stories, including Timex back in the news, but not for poker, rather for chess. JRB took down a big title, WPT Player of the Year, and some Jungleman boxing news, the story that just seems to never end. But gentlemen, let's talk about the Super High Roller Bowl cash game. It's all over. Ended up being, I don't know, more entertaining than I anticipated it to be honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they got lots of, like, I think the cool thing about those types of cash games is that they're not, I mean, there's obviously like a big recreational piece of the lineup, and it's got to be a good game for some people. But, you know, Kuhn played, Wasp played, like a lot of big just crushers played, which I always like to see when it comes to a cash game, not just the same guys on Hustler just, you know, throwing money back and forth against each other with some weird nickname like Crypto Bob, you know? So
Crypto Bob's my uncle.
Well, one big hand that took place in, I think it was the last night of the game, was between Sameh Holloway, if I'm probably butchered that one.
No,
but,
I think that's right.
Yeah, we just call him Sameh. He's played on high stakes poker quite a bit, and involved with Justin Gavri, who has also been on a lot of high stakes poker. It was a kind of flush over flush situation. Here is the hand courtesy of PokerGO. Check it out.
I liked it there. Still almost all the same staff from when I was there.
I love it over there.
Here for it 6 years now, but it's all the same people.
That's my two, I think. I'll take it, whatever, fine.
Gavri taxing the limpers.
I was going to fold, but
The lounge was awesome.
so it was already here.
Cover charge paid.
Yeah, it is.
They renovated. It's called like Hard Shake now. It's really,
Yeah, I've been
really
up
cool.
there. The bar there has always been nice.
So nice, yeah. What a view.
Four,
Yeah, it's
deuce.
classy
Gavri with
That's
the
Sky?
nut flush draw. Sameh
No,
with the
at,
second
Waldorf.
nut flush. Second nut draw.
You guys are talking about Sky for some reason. I was like, what are you?
Potential blood and carnage.
20K bet and called. Was with the fours. Technically in front. Picks up a gut shot as he fades.
Was has a hand where he could have gone nuts had Gavri decided to bet. And there's the club.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the memory of Sameh, and I presume 500,000 of his chips.
I don't think it, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a lot, but tough to get it all in. How about that much?
$250,000 it looks like.
Sickening for Sameh.
I would call Wasp, but
Oh my God, is he going to fold number two?
Nope.
Oh
Wow! Second nuts correctly into the bin. You have to be absolutely right. That is threading the needle with major lost opportunity and upside if you're wrong. But Sameh spares himself.
About a half a second. King high, yeah.
Jeez. Folded the second odds. Good for you.
So there you have it. Sameh folding number 2 without much thought. Like he seemed to know something was up straight away. Pretty impressive.
Pretty sick. I think it's player dependent, right? He said as much that he would have if who was the third person? Was it Robl? It was Was. Yeah, he said if Was had done it, he would have snap called. And if Gavri had done it, obviously he would fold. So very player dependent. And Reed was right. If I'm Gavri from here on out, more bluffs are getting tabled.
For sure. Sameh, I mean, I've played with him once in the Bahamas in some last minute 2K turbo thing. And I just remember him 4-bet jamming ace 10 off while getting a massage and being like, this guy's rich. But no, I mean, that was a sick fold. I think it's one of those things where it's probably advantageous to be someone who, I mean, I don't know how much he studies the game, whatever. I mean, incredible fold, but it's theoretically, it's just so hard to be beat there that it's probably a fold you don't see from very many pros or any pros.
Yeah, it's very difficult. In GTO land, it's 100% a call, obviously. You have to call in GTO land. However, we don't live in GTO land. So, yeah, great fold. And you got to give credit where credit's due. Fold number 2, toughest thing to do in poker.
Yeah.
And he did it. Hats off.
Hats off.
Another big hand where maybe a fold would have been more prudent, but wasn't, was between Eric Wasserson, who we just mentioned. He had a 78% VPIP in that final day, which was the same time this hand with Sameh just happened. But this was between Wasserson and Andrew Robl, and that VPIP might have played a factor into why Robl did what he did. Basically ended up being Robl 5-bet jamming it with ace-3 suited into Wasserson, who had 4-bet to, I think Wasserson 4-bet to 200K. Robl jammed it all in for 851K and gets snap called by aces. They run it twice. Here's what happened. Check it out.
The 16K from Was being targeted at the worst of times by Robl. Ace-3 of spades. Often call these baby-suited aces solver bait, but we're talking tournament poker when I refer to it more often than not.
Oh, man. And he is going to give Robl some rope.
Call.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait a minute. A 4-bet to 200. Robl decides to jam it.
You might win one here.
And all of a sudden, 1.7 in the middle.
What just happened?
I didn't think that this particular corner of Nevada was a nuclear test facility, and yet the mushroom cloud taking shape above this felt.
Wow.
Let's see how strong you are, Andrew.
Things could get very ugly for Robl. Case ace shows up. He draws dead.
Forgot I said only once the rest of the night, but
I
guess we said twice, so I have a chance.
Wow, he ended up with aces up.
There goes one of those threes.
I haven't seen any spades.
Got counterfeited, and you're right. The threes, critical for Robl. Was pointing out.
No 2, 4, or 5 either.
Didn't see any spades. Deuces, 4s, and 5s also not occupied there, and
4 spades.
Only one spade on this board.
4 spades. Ooh.
Whoa. 4 spades would now work, as would any other 4.
4. Yeah, give him face down. Give him a 4.
Yeah, let's go.
Give him a 2-sider.
Chinese style. Let that man sweat that face down. Hey, could I get another Fiji?
Can you give it to him face?
Oh, enjoy the sweat. Enjoy the sweat. I don't kill your sweat. Go
looking for a 2-sider.
Give him a nice little 2-sider.
Come on, 2 across.
Come on, 2 across.
2 across.
2 across.
4 of hearts. Let's go. No, it's pitcher. Nice hand, Was.
Thank
Good
you.
game, guys.
GG, bro.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Take it easy, brother.
GG, bro. Thanks for inviting.
Out of nowhere.
Good game.
A $1.7 million pot.
Was
King Robl
he some serial fucking
has been stacked
Dethroned, rather.
So there you have it. It was actually 772,000 that Robl 5-bet jammed, but 2 runouts, not really too much of a sweat, and Robl not only gets stacked, but calls it a day, which, I was kind of surprised by, but I don't know. I guess he's like, it's not my day. It's Wasserson's day, and took his leave.
Once you put $1.5 million of your own money down the toilet and flush it, you don't really feel like putting more in there. So I get it, man,
Yeah. Yeah, I flush 1.5 down all the time, and that's it,
Yeah.
When I'm flushing money down. Yeah, I mean, look, I guess ace-3 suited's the hand you're supposed to 5-bet bluff with.
That's
and
what the solver said.
Create some fold equity and block aces, but there are 4 aces in the deck, just FYI.
What can you do? Sometimes you make the bold play and it doesn't pay off.
I mean, you could not make the bold play, I guess.
Well, that's
lame.
Certainly pretty lame.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, but I mean, I always wonder, because Robl shows up in every single big televised cash game, and he is, I don't know if there's anyone who's made, I mean, I'm sure there is.
I assume he has blackmail on everyone.
Yeah, well, that, and I just like...
Andrew Robl, the Jeffrey Epstein of poker.
Oh, Jesus, let's not do that.
He gets in every game somehow.
God,
How is he everywhere?
How is he every game? Yeah, no, Robl, we love you. You're not Jeffrey Epstein, please. But he's in every game, and I always wonder, like, some of these games are always supposed to be built around, worst players, whatever. And Robl, I mean, I don't know if anyone's actually made more money playing poker than Andrew Robl, you know what I mean? So it's like, to see him in every game, I'm always a little surprised. I mean, he's good action. He's like fun at the table. Like, he's certainly, should be there. But I'm always surprised because he's like probably one of the biggest killers in the live cash game of all time. And so to see him, I don't know, I always wonder, like, well, maybe this is just him, like, giving a little back to the community. Although it's Was, so it's not like Was needs any more money. But
I have a conspiracy theory. I got a conspiracy theory. I think Robl's got to have some sort of other business that he's hooked up the other professional poker players with, because it makes no sense how he gets invited to every single game. It's literally, this is the lineup for every televised game in the history of the world now. It goes 1 pro that everyone recognizes, Andrew Robl, 4 people who are too rich, and then 2 crypto scammers. Exactly. It's like that's every single. You throw in 1 celebrity, you might get a Botez in there or something like that.
Do you ever see like, and maybe you do, maybe I'm just not, like Andrew Robl and Alan Keating? Do they ever play in the same games? Like, I've never
think so.
Maybe
well, that would be an interesting conspiracy theory if they never.
I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory.
Has anyone seen them in the same room? Oh my God, Keating is Robl. Finkel is Einhorn.
I think from what I can see in these live streams with Robl is, and maybe one of the reasons he does get invited to so many games is he gets it in terms of how you need to make, for lack of a better word, the fish feel, right? Like, he actually is engaging, and he's joking with them, and he's not afraid to gamble with them, and he just, I don't, in my opinion, gets it. He's not there to fleece the skin the sheep. He's there to shear it many times.
Well, let me say this real fast, though, is that, have you ever heard, well, I've heard everyone say, oh, I can't wait to play with Phil Ivey. I can't wait to play with, you ever heard anyone say, man, I can't wait to play with Andrew Robl?
No.
Why are these people clamoring to get in games with him? You know what I mean? If he's an elite player, if he's cool and everything, he's a nice guy. I love Andrew Robl personally, but if I'm a whale in the game, I don't want Andrew Robl. I want another whale. You know what I mean? So pretty interesting. I don't know how he gets in all these games, but man, I'm envious and jealous because what a spot to be in.
And to Chad's point, I think like that he does have the perfect understanding. Like you said, he gets it in terms of, if you're invited or you're in this kind of private cash game scene economy, whatever, you have to sacrifice a little bit of EV to, entertain people, to give action to all these things. And maybe he just understands it perfectly enough that like over years, people just don't realize that he's slowly kind of just taking all their money. But yeah, I mean, to your point, he's in every single televised cash game. I think they should replace him with Mike.
I agree, dude. What the fuck? Thank you.
Yeah. Mike's cool. Mike sacrifices.
Coincidentally, Ben has 25% of my action now. Crazy.
Mike gives up EV all the time. It's great.
He didn't take all the money in this one, though, gentlemen. He lost, as you mentioned, like $1.5 million in this game.
It's a big blind for him. It's fine.
Eric Wasserson winning essentially all of it, up $1.462 million in the game. Sameh Holloway, Justin Gavri, both smaller winners. Andrew Pacheco, Jason Kuhn, Nacho Barbero, Evan Sofer, all losers in the game. But it was really those 2 players in this particular match. Andrew Robl turns 40 this year on September 27th, so after the WSOP, but Poker Hall of Fame eligible. You know how the Poker Hall of Fame really respects accomplished cash game players. That's always been a... So, question is, Andrew Robl, Poker Hall of Famer?
I think that you need, I think it's probably, to your point, they do respect good cash game players. And part of the mandate has always been like success on all facets of poker. And obviously he's had some tournament success, but not like to the point where I don't know if he's going to get in there. I mean, from just like a longevity standpoint, from being around the game, all these things, like I think he deserves it, but I also think there are dozens of people who deserve it. So that's the thing is like, can you take him over someone who's played some of these cash games and have 6-7 bracelets, care about the World Series, care about playing tournaments on the circuit?
Who runs the Hall of Fame?
I mean, Series? The same. It's not the World Series of Poker Hall of Fame. It is the Poker Hall of Fame, but it is owned by the same people who own the WSOP GG, like whatever their parent company is, right?
Yeah.
So you can say WSOP or GG runs it at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still, you still have like the longevity, like Ty Stewart is still heavily involved with it, right? Because he's been there since Harrah's at the time acquired it. But it is, I mean, it's in need of a change. I've long said that and advocated for that, and I'm not the only one. To your point about Andrew Robl, I pulled it up on, according to the Hendon Mob, he has just south of 5.7 million in lifetime cashes, which isn't a lot for somebody considered a high roller. His best score being $1 million for the 100K challenge at the 2013 Aussie Millions, which is coming back this year in just a couple months. Pretty excited about that.
Yeah, sick.
No, I think there needs to be more people eligible each year or whatever. They need to enter 2 or 3 or 4 every year. There needs to be like a separate, like one every year we do 2 players, 1 industry person, something like that. I mean, again, you hope with the new ownership of the World Series, all these things that something like this changes, because that's an easy change that would make everyone happy and would create a lot of goodwill. So if you're listening, World Series, you've
got this backlog, which we've long talked about, right? Like I actually gave them a great idea. I've talked about this before. When the WSOP moved from the Rio, which is right across the street, over to the Horseshoe Paris in 2022, I think it was.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Yeah. And I said to them, look, the Poker Hall of Fame was established in 1979. And in that first year, which was at the Horseshoe downtown, they inducted 7 players into the inaugural class.
Mm-hmm.
You are moving to the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
You can have a marketing play here of, in honor of moving back to the Horseshoe, we're taking the Poker Hall of Fame back to its first year when they inducted 7, and we're going to induct 7 people. And you can clear that backlog. Nobody's going to make a fuss. It actually becomes a marketing PR spectacle.
Yeah.
I thought it was a golden idea, but they apparently did not. They inducted 1 person.
Well, here's why you can't induct such a small amount of people every year. Besides the obvious thing that every other sport it inducts far more than that, poker is a lifetime game.
Right.
Careers aren't short. So in NFL, you might, I don't know, how many people get inducted every year?
Like
10?
4 or 5.
Oh, it's 4 or 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
10 finalists, 4 or 5 get through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in football, those careers are lasting, what, an average career for a Hall of Famer? 11 years, 9 years, 12 years, something like that. In poker, your career, you have to be 40 to even get in. You have to withstand the test of time. You got to play 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, whatever it is before you get in. It's like your careers are way longer and we're inducting in less people. It doesn't make any sense. It should be the opposite.
And our like we are the age, or maybe a little on the younger side of like the generation of people who, came up after the moneymaker boom, playing kind of in late high school and college. Like there is a huge backlog of people turning 40 who are deserving. So it's like this timing too, especially of like the Scott Seaver, Dan Smith kind of category of people who are all turning 40. You're just going to, create more and more of a backlog, more and more of like, I don't know. I mean, people are going to start, maybe people will play more tournaments to try and get more recognition.
If you just took right now and just fast forward 10 years and just say no more poker accomplishments happen in that 10 years, and then look how many people need to get in the Hall of Fame. It's like an insane amount.
Like 20.
I was thinking like closer to 100.
Yeah.
We did go to the Las Vegas ATV tour, which I've done actually many times. Always a fun.
You're a ringer?
It's, I mean,
no wonder you're doing backflips.
It's the best time of the year to do it because it's not, dead of summer. And we did have a good time. It was the 3 of us with our cameraman and one of our editors, Adam Peikin. Here are some highlights of our adventure. Check it out.
All right, there's the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Over here, Nellis Air Force Base. And up there, just desert. Time to play the game.
All right, Chad Holloway for the Poker News Podcast here in the Las Vegas desert for the Las Vegas ATV Tours with 2 ICE agents, Mike Holtz and Ben. No?
Definitely not.
Where were you born?
This is courtesy, by the way, of the Charity Series of Poker where I won some certificates for this. The Las Vegas ATV Tours is a big sponsor. There's a CSOP event this weekend here in Las Vegas. I'm going to go to that, and yeah, should be a lot of fun. All right, that's it, fellas. We're done. Did you have fun, Ben?
That was so sick. Who went fast?
Mike?
Yeah, we went really fast. It was actually a blast, and I'd recommend it to anybody. I want to go again.
It's this is, like I said, my 5th time, I think, over the years. Thanks to the Charity Series of Poker. Thanks to LVATVtours.com. Check it out. It's nice now this time of year. You can do it in the summer.
It was so exhilarating. Like, honestly, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, our boy Anthony, he was the GOAT tour.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah, he was sick.
Awesome. Check out LVATVtours.com, and we will see you at the Charity Series of Poker. All right, so there you have it, our adventure with Las Vegas ATV Tours. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. You can check them out at LV as in Las Vegas, ATVtours.com. So LVATVtours.com. Charity Series of Poker events are also a good way because they're a sponsor of the CSOP, hence how I ended up getting hooked up. But it was a good time, gentlemen. It was a good time.
Yep. I like that backflip you did.
Yes.
Yeah. Which one?
Which one?
You got to narrow it down. All right, let's talk about Timex. Michael McDonald, a guy we don't see too much in the poker world, but when he does weigh in, people tend to listen. Kind of reminds me of Phil Galfond in that regard. It was 18 years ago. He was just 18 years old when he won the EPT main event and burst onto this scene. He's a Canadian player. Now he's 36 and just won, much to the surprise of a lot of us, crowned a national champion in chess at the Cayman Islands National Chess Championship.
So he's the Cayman Islands national champion?
I guess so. It's one of these, what really was impressive, like that's impressive, don't get me wrong. And with Timex, he's the type of person, remember the 3 free throws that he sunk like 100?
It was like, he had to do like 85 out of 100 or something crazy like that, or 80 out of 100, yeah.
He's the type, like if he sets his mind to something, he's going to accomplish it.
Yeah, I think like, he's clearly extremely driven, extremely smart, like, you know, puts in the work. The poker shares thing was a brilliant idea. I miss it. I think that was the coolest shit ever, but I understand that like in this regulatory environment, it probably is impossible. But he's also someone who, you know, made infinite on Bitcoin, just seems to win at everything he does. So yeah, congrats to him. It reminds me a little bit of like Galen Hall, where he showed up, you know, played great poker while he was at Stanford, now crushing it in finance. Also got second in the backgammon world championships. Like these guys are just on a different level of like drive and savanty talent. And
Mike McDonald, he was in the top 1% of OnlyFans creators for a few months last year too, I think.
Really? Was he hanging dong?
I don't know. I didn't subscribe. I'm not sure. I might be thinking of the wrong guy.
Was he hanging dong?
Mike McDonald? Different Mike McDonald, I think.
Mike McDonald from Little River Band?
Yeah.
I got to say his winner's photo with the trophy for his chess accomplishment, like I would never have guessed that was him. And it's not, I see it now, but like when I think Mike McDonald, I think the 18-year-old who won the EPT. Like that's the image in my mind.
With braces.
Yeah, he's grown up now. You know, he's 36 years old.
He's withered. So. life has come at him quick. He's
How
no
is he
longer
still younger
spry.
than me? God damn.
Well, another withered poker pro is JRB, John Robert Bellande. Just kidding. I like JRB actually quite a bit. He's former Survivor China season 15. But he is usually in the cash game streets. We do see him on live streams, you know, over at the Venetian in PokerGO studio. But he traveled to Cyprus, the Marriott Royal Diamond Casino and Spa for the Onyx High Roller Series. Usually goes to these things to play cash games, but they had a 100K no limit high roller championship.
Is it invitational or
no? Anybody could.
Bird?
And Rob Young actually put him in. Decided. I think Rob Young was running late, so he's like, I want to get somebody in there. So he ended up putting him in. But Rob Young shows up, and they get heads up. And JRB actually beats him to win the title and $1.5 million. Rob Young win second place for $1 million. But I don't know, JRB, they did a fun winner's interview, and I don't know. What do you guys think of JRB? He's been around a long time.
Cool guy. First real poker professional I ever got to talk to. When I first came to Vegas for my first WSOP, the Colossus, first tournament, first Colossus ever, I showed up. I'm like looking around the room. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. JRB walks around the corner. He's eating a sub sandwich. Half it's in his mouth. And I go, JRB, you're a legend. He's like, you fucking know it. I was like, I love that guy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sean Deeb later on walked by, like literally 5 minutes later, and he called Phil Hellmuth a gay slur as he was walking by, and I went, "Oh, that guy's a dickhead." Interesting. I was right.
Anyway, JRB. Yeah, no. I mean, he's just been like, we yearn for these characters in poker. You know, this is the kind of guy where he made like a.
You're a big yearner.
Oh, I love
You're always yearning.
I'm yearning,
for something.
baby, yearning and burning. He's one of these guys who he made like a living off being sort of a character and being in these cash games. He never knew his money situation, and that's sort of like what intrigues people in this world beyond, you know, if you're not just into the game and all of that. Like, he is someone who definitely brought people into poker from his notoriety and Survivor, etc. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how he does in the cash games, but there's always stories about, you know, him being backed by people and him taking crazy shots and putting all his bankroll on the table. So you got to respect that. I mean, there again, another guy who probably will never end up in the Poker Hall of Fame, but from like notoriety and kind of like just characterness, I could see it someday.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thanks.
Well,
I like it when we agree.
Me too, man.
Another player on the other end of the spectrum, because he's relatively new to the scene.
Be careful when you say spectrum about poker, all right? Just saying.
True. Harvey Castro, the World Poker Tour Player of the Year for season 23. This recently was announced and became official. He had finished runner-up in the WPT Rolling Thunder main event for almost $200K, and then later took down the WPT Prime Lodge Championship for $225K. Those were two of the 4 cashes that he had in season 23.
Quick aside, sorry. During that, when he won that Lodge thing, he had bet, because I know this because I was in Dallas. There was like this Dallas TCH main event thing that was, I don't know, $200K for first kind of thing. He bagged one of the chip leads of that, went up to Austin, played the Prime, and then like bagged even bigger there. So he's like, shit, what do I do? Because the day twos are on the same day. And so he just abandoned his stack that he was in the money with in Dallas and ended up winning the Prime.
Sure, it is.
Because we were like all messaging him like, yo, where the hell are you, dude? Like, it started. He's like, well, I'm playing at the Lodge.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that because I'm not familiar with him. Harvey Castro was a newer name to me, if you will, especially this year. But you guys are both very familiar with him.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's been floating around since the beginning of time, I think, actually, in the primordial ooze. Just been floating around doing solvers
playing
before
poker
computers.
Since he was 11, you know?
Yeah. I was thinking younger. But yeah, now Harvey's a name to watch out for in the streets.
Yeah.
Guy's a beast.
If he's 23, he was born the year Moneymaker won the main event.
Yeah, that's makes me sad.
Yeah, we're old. Holy Christ.
But he's a beast. He works his ass off at poker. I mean, he played, he got second in the Heads Up Championship in Florida and then posted a bunch of cool hands afterwards. But like, you can tell he works hard at like reviewing and solver and stuff like
what
that.
A nerd, dude.
Nerd. Yeah, but the nerds make all the money.
He edged out Carlin Suid in the Player of the Year standings, 1,850 points to win it for Harvey. Carlin Suid had 1,600 points. So he had a nice little lead there.
Carlin, also a young beast. I think he's in his 20s and hangs with that Florida crew.
You know all the young boys, don't you?
Any young boys out there that want to hit me up?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of young boys that hit...
Ben Ludlow Vacation at gmail.com.
Young boys that hit Ryan Noel, a.k.a. Elf. We've talked about this story. I think this will be the last time we talk about it. But he had the boxing match with Dan Cates, Jungleman, where I think we talked about it last week, was it?
We did, yes. And the week before. Young boy.
You guys brought Epstein Island earlier, to be fair.
Yeah. I just did again.
I mean, in the car on the way here, we were, conspiracy theorying about Epstein. So what do you?
It wasn't a conspiracy. We were just listening to the things in his email.
Yeah.
Just
I'm not going to elaborate on the air. There might be a story that comes out later. I don't know, but I know a poker name. That is associated in emails.
I'm so excited,
and we'll see.
Wait, the Daniel Ground thing was fake, right?
Yeah, it's not Negreanu or anything like that I know of. But we'll see. Let's talk
Kurganov.
This match took place, remember, on January 22nd at the Beverly Hills Fight Club. There was the shot of Elf when the ref said fight. Jungleman didn't see it coming. It looked like an elbow. And what was the first ruling was no contest. Well, that's gotten overturned. And officially now, Daniel Cates' Jungleman has lost the fight. Elf was claimed the winner. Elf put out a couple social media things that he had wagered a large amount of money on himself, and that Jungleman actually paid up, so no problem there. But others are, contesting it, and he's saying you should pay up. It's been officially ruled in my favor. Both have been suspended for 120 days, I think, based on their actions or behavior afterwards. Not that that's going to matter. I don't think either are planning to fight anytime soon. But man, I can't help but wonder, but what if it was you, Mike? You should have gotten in there.
I know. I actually heavily regret my decision-making process, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to move on from that part. And we're going to move on to the part.
I'm never going to move on.
We could talk about that after this. The part about the bets. So on sports books, when this happens in MMA occasionally, boxing occasionally, where you'll have a decision gets overturned. Whatever the original in-cage, in-ring result is for sports books is what it is. Yeah. So every bet is void.
I didn't know that.
On a sports book. Mm-hmm. Now, you're betting with your friends. Obviously, they got all these side bets. These aren't, I don't know how many Elf versus Jungleman props there were out online, but I'm going to assume most of these are side bets. And I think that's where it's coming in, where Elf is saying, you guys got to pay these, blah, blah, blah. Jungleman honored his. And it's a gray area where it's like, I don't know. I mean, do you pay it out? I mean, if it was me against one of my friends, I would, because it's just like, that is the fair result. Jungleman did lose. I think the no contest was ridiculous. Like, the ref waved it on. You got knocked out. It wasn't an elbow. It was a punch. Right. Legal. We're good to go. Yeah, interesting stuff. Good for Jungleman for hopping in there and boxing and seeing what he can do. But man, it's not intelligent at our age to be just amateur boxing for no reason, right? Like, it's pretty.
Harvey Castro, 23.
Harvey Castro could get in there and he could get knocked out and he'd be fine.
He'd be fine.
The plasticity, whatever. He's good.
He's good.
We don't
know words.
It's elastic.
It's
good
elastic.
to go, right? He's good.
It's electric.
Me, I get knocked out all of a sudden. It's not good. The cobwebs, the stickiness.
It's
like a hangover as you get older. It gets worse and worse.
Exactly.
Covered in stickiness.
Exactly.
Always. Yeah.
Do us a favor, like, subscribe. Remember, if you are listening to the audio-only version we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, SoundCloud, all major podcasting platforms. We really like those ratings, so please do that. And if you are listening, be sure to check us out on YouTube, because we're in studio. Get to see us. We have some props. We show videos. Yeah. The YouTube version is quite good.
I'll bring more trinkets next time.
Sometimes we wear clothes even.
Sometimes.
I've never worn pants once in this podcast. If you ever have any things or interesting stories,
that's
or
what
things
the smell is.
Shut up. If you ever have any interesting things or stories or like things you want us to talk about, DM us. Because we're always looking for more interesting kind of fringy stuff to discuss.
Christ, dude.
If you have more information on the Epstein files, please text me directly. I will bring them up on the blvacation@gmail.com.
That's going to do it for the episode 937. I'm Chad Holloway. Mike Holtz, Ben Ludlow. We will be back next week with a brand new episode. Until then, we'll keep a seat open for you.